Hello, everyone. My name is Mary Gooden. I am CEO and founder of Divine Destiny Publishing, a soul mastery advisor, and the host of Shine Your Soul Light podcast. I truly believe that abundance, right? Abundance thrives in our ability to remain aligned and authentic, which is a daily practice. And we're going to talk about that a little bit today. I support conscious leaders, coaches, visionaries, and entrepreneurs in becoming best-selling published authors by sharing their powerful story, message, and mission on a global platform. So I am a #1 international best-selling author. I've done it quite a few times, and it has been one of the most expansive opportunities that I have ever said yes to. But what I really want to share with you today is how to flourish in the flow, right? How to get right in the sweet spot of your life and align with your abundance, your prosperity, whatever that means for you, right? Because abundance and prosperity truly mean something different to each and every one of us. And when we can take that time to connect and decide and change and align with and rearrange, right? And rewrite what that means for us. Sometimes each and every moment of every day, we can continually stay in line with the flow. So the definition of flourishing, right, is growing and developing in a healthy and steadfast, continuous stream. Right, in a healthy way. And the flow, of course, the flow is, for me, now, maybe I speak for myself, is, right, the almighty place of feeling effortless expansion, which is one of my favorite energies to come into alignment with, just even to say it, right? Say it out loud, effortless expansion. I spent the last 2 years of my life really defining what that meant for me. And that was all part of aligning with my authenticity and flourishing in the flow, moving, right? This is solutions for success, moving and feeling like I'm moving in the flowing direction. I don't label anything as good or bad or right or wrong, but always feeling like I'm in a healthy state of flow. So I hope that you enjoy what you get to learn today. I'm going to focus on 3 main ideas, none of which are new to you, and all of which can mean something different for each and every one of us and can be defined as, or different words could be used. But for today, we're going to talk about the 3 pillars that I believe create this flourishing in the flow, this effortless expansion, this place of balance, if you will. The 3 pillars, intention, integration, right? That's the one. And illumination. That's the one, right? The one in the middle. Kind of like the middle child syndrome, the integration. This is the one that I'm not going to start with integration, I don't think, but this is the one that really requires that word that, again, that we all have a different definition for. It all has a different frequency for each and every one of us, but that is the one that has that little patience attached to it, right? Can you be present and patient and allow the flow, allow everything that is desirable for your life, for your brand, for your business, for your family, for your mission to flow, to move towards you, magnetize towards you in its own timing. So I'm so glad that you're here. I'd like for you to just take a few moments and get really present. Close your eyes if that helps, and just get really present. Take a deep breath. As I always do when I close my eyes and I breathe, I let the light in. Let the light in, right? We get to decide every moment and every breath what we're going to align with. So let the light in. We are already activated in this energy. We are already in alignment. Perhaps for some of us, it's remembering. Perhaps for some of us, it's just closing our eyes, right? We're already there. And just just be curious today to allow that nugget of wisdom, that vibration, that frequency, that energy, that thing that you need to hear or would love to know. Be curious, let it come through in whatever way, shape, and form it wants to. I know, but I wanted red roses, right? In whatever way, shape, or form. We always get stuck in that pattern of, but I wanted it to be red and it's blue, right? Let it come through. Be curious, be in a desirable place, be in a place of casting your desires, and just be curious. And remember that we all came here to do something different and be something different. And for each and every one of us, that is exactly aligned for what we came here to do. So as I told you before, you can blink your eyes open, get really present. Perhaps you want to have a journal and a pen available to just see what wants to come through, right? We're being so curious. So the three main ingredients, the three main pillars, as I said, is intention, presence, daily ritual. What am I surrounding myself with every day, every moment? Where am I sitting? What's around me? Am I creating a space that feels comfortable in everything that I do? Am I prioritizing my own comfort? How am I being intentional from the inner space? Because the way that we're intentional with the inner space is what reflects to the outer space. And I'm not going to go into that, how much do you love yourself? But how much do you love yourself, right? How important is it for you to feel aligned, right? To be in the flow and to not walk in what feels like darkness or resistance. Integration, right? Patience, patience, dear one. Integration is about rest, playing, yes, and receiving. And that's a big word, right? And we're all givers. We're all standing up, we're all showing up in our guts or in our glory. We're all, giving and showing up. But what we are not all really coming into the alignment with is the flow of receiving, giving and receiving. And so I just want you to be curious about that. Be curious about what that word brings for you, receiving, or even play, right? Rest. Be curious. And then illumination, one of my favorite parts, right? Shine your light. Shine your damn light. Illumination is shine and share. That's what I align with. Shine and share, celebrate and collaborate, right? Another big, powerful word. Only because, and we didn't come here to do it alone. And part of that is our resistive state, that we're always in a comparison and competition phase when we're all unique, right? When we closed our eyes just a few minutes ago and we tapped into who we are and we came into our own uniqueness, our own presence. You don't compete with me and I don't compete with you. We're different. Even if we look the same, there's still something different about each and every one of us. And as much as we've been conditioned to believe that we should not shine in our differences, we should shine as our most authentic self, because that is how we align with the flow, with the effortless expansion, with the abundance or the prosperity. That is how we jump in the flow. So let's go through a little bit. We don't have to stay here all day. Let's just get through it and talk about intention. Let's talk about where you're being intentional. Perhaps, again, you've got your pen and you've got your journal. Where can you be more intentional about caring for yourself, prioritizing your own comfort? Be curious. Where can you be more intentional about prioritizing your own comfort? I understand that this is one of the most selfless acts that we can do for humanity. Because if I'm intentional about my own comfort, there is absolutely no way that I won't be intentional about yours, because I'm comfortable. And let's face it, when you feel, and you are always safe, supported, and loved, it's a vibration, right? It's a vibration. I'm safe, supported, and loved. So that's the frequency that I send out. So prioritize your own comfort. How intentional are you being about that? I love a daily ritual or a daily prayer or a daily meditation or a daily connection. Pardon me. Goodness, the throat chakra, right, wants to be cleared. A daily connection. It's powerful. And this is cool because it can be 60 seconds or 30 minutes. You decide, right? You get to decide what feels comfortable for you, but just be intentional about it. It's the intention, right? The 3 eyes, the 3 pillars. It's the intention. So this is the other thing I like to remind you or share with you. Do it your way every day. I'll go through a really quick one with you, and everything is powerful, but close your eyes before you even roll out of bed. Put your hands on your heart. I'm connecting to higher source. I'm connecting to God divine. I'm connecting to my highest and limitless potential. I'm connecting with what? Pure potentiality. I'm still like only 15 seconds in. And then I just pull the light in. I just let the light drop, the diamond white healing light, the diamond white light of my alignment, my connection. Show me the way today. What is mine to share? And the light just drops down through the center of my body. I'm just getting intentional about being present and being curious for the day. I do say that. Show me the way today. What is mine to share? And I think maybe we're hitting 60 seconds right now. I didn't set a timer, but I try to get attuned in alignment with the flow. Mine is about 7.5 minutes. Still, if it only takes me 7.5 minutes to make sure that I'm shining my light every day, absolutely, I'm going to be intentional about it. And that's what I've done for the last 13 years of my life. Before Divine Destiny Publishing, and I know before being a soul mastery advisor, before starting my podcast, it started, it could have even started more than that, but for me to really pay attention about how intentional I was being with my daily practice. And I wouldn't leave my house without it. I won't leave without it. To me, that's like leaving the house without pants. Now, maybe some of you will do that, and that sounds fun, but that's what it means to me. Do it your way. Come up with something that feels aligned for you, that you can be intentional about. I'll share some things with you. I am committed to coming home to myself every day. I love and accept myself. I love mantras, by the way. I write them on my bathroom mirror. There's a whole banner of them behind me. I love to remember the mantra instead of the program or the condition. I forgive myself and others every day, right? Every day, because every moment is new. I am showing up as the very best version of me. I love the journey, right? The journey, not the destination, not how am I going to get from A to B, not the how or the why, but the what and the now. What else is possible right now? I like that one. I anchor into who I am today. Tomorrow, I could feel a little bit like I've expanded or I've up leveled. So I check in, stay curious, right? I choose my mission and my purpose. That's personal to me, but I do every day. And show me the way today. What is mine to share? So, how are you being intentional? How are you being really present in your life, your business, your brand, your family, for whatever it is that you feel like you need to find success in? And just because that wants to be known, what does success mean for you? Have you revisited that idea? Right? What does success mean for you? Lots of questions, right? And there are times that I ask these questions, every other day, once a week, once a month. It's good to check in because in the flow, in the flourishing of the flow, or in the alignment of my authenticity or my abundance, I'm up leveling every day. Every day my frequency is rising because I'm being intentional about staying in alignment. I'm being intentional about being present. I'm being intentional and committed to coming home to myself every day, to learning and being curious about perhaps the many experiences that I found throughout the day and what they taught me. I'm a firm believer, and I'll talk about this in Illumination, that we came here to learn, share, and grow together as a collaborative, as a illuminated one big light, right? So be intentional, investing your energy in a positive way and not a negative way, right? We already know that. Investing your energy in the solution, not the problem. For those of you that want to hear it a different way, right? Letting go of that force and that grasp and that hustle. That too is something that was conditioned in us. We think everything has to be done yesterday, but why? Why do I want to get to the destination? Why am I in such a hurry to get to the end? Create a daily space that you can connect, create a cute little space. Some of you may already have some kind of altar. It doesn't matter who you are, create something. Be intentional about prioritizing your comfort and connecting with yourself intentionally every day. The very existence of that I can breathe in this body is a miracle, right? Remember that. It's a miracle. So let's move into integration. Without putting something like across my forehead that says self-care, because I know we all got tired of hearing that, but maybe we all got tired of hearing it because we wouldn't make time for it. Self-care. How are you receiving? How are you giving back to yourself for putting in the time, for putting in the effort, for whatever it is, all the balls that you're juggling? You might think about it, you might daydream about it, but how often are you doing for yourself? I know I have 2 children also. I have 2 properties. I have wonderful blessings in my life, but how am I caring for myself? I'm going to be downright honest. I want to think it's been the last 18 years, and pretty much in the flow. I get a massage for my body every single week. Now, I do also, in all my miraculous ways and all the ways that I love to just have my hands in everything. I teach fitness. I've been teaching fitness. It started 20 years ago for me. And that was the one thing I said, if I'm going to do this, and it's not the only thing I do, but it was something when I was in my corporate corral, my corporate carnival, right? I wanted to teach fitness too. I wanted my escape. And so I was doing both. And clearly my corporate carnival was in town every day. It was like 24/7. But I promised that I would treat my body well. And I stuck to that promise. So how are you really? Be honest with yourself. You might pretend, right? You might daydream about it. Sometimes we daydream about something and we think we've done it, right? How are you creating space for play, for body nourishment? This is what I like to say: take responsibility for loving yourself. Do you know, and I know that you do, that the more that I love me, the more I love you? Fact. If we want to play in the three-dimensional, like fact and fiction, right? Fact. The more that I take responsibility for loving myself, the more I love you. I create this unity, this frequency of unity. And it brings balance, right? It brings balance to perhaps you like to play in kind of the energetics of the masculine and feminine that are internal to the body. As most of us know from the success, right? The definition of success, that part of that piece of the puzzle, it's always been very, we'll say a masculine energy, a doer, a goer, a striver. Like, this is what I always hear, like, get up that corporate ladder, Mary. You are an empowered feminine. Or even just the way that, not to say anything about man or woman. It's got nothing to do with that. We're talking about energy, right? Which is what everything around us is made of. But it was kind of driven in me, and I'm in my mid-40s, which I'm loving every minute, right? To be more like a masculine. If I wanted to be successful, be more like a masculine energy, not good, bad, or indifferent, the doer, the power player, sometimes without feelings, right? I don't have to go that deep. I don't want to. Balance the two. Bring the feminine and the masculine into this harmonious place. One of the quickest ways I do this, silly or not, is I visualize my sacral chakra. It's the low belly, right, where all the reproductive organs are. We call it the emotional brain. Not going to go chakra on you, but I close my eyes and I just visualize the symbol of infinity, bringing in the right side body, the masculine, bringing in the left side body, the feminine, creating unity. Simple. I created a harmonious unity in this emotional brain, and I've brought the two together, and that is being in the flow, right? That is being in this place of unity within. The other thing that, we'll talk about the word receiving. And I like to use these really foolish ideas, but simple as I've dropped something on the floor. Perhaps I'm in a grocery store and somebody offers to pick it up. And for how many years of my life, no, I'll get it. Right? I can pick up the kids for you. No, I got it. Yeah, I'm not going to do this. I got this. I can stop at the store. No, I got to do it. Just even this one, let me get the door for you. No, I used to do that. And I mean, I really had a fist, two forearms full of groceries. And no, I got it. 2 kids sometimes. No, I've got it. Thank you, I always said. But what I was telling myself is, you've got it. You've got to do it. You've got to do it. You've got to do it. You have to do it. Now I just go play. If I feel like I'm getting it kind of heavy in my, I can't, and I still sometimes like, nobody can do this. No, nobody can do this right. Or something just feels misaligned. Let's call it that. I go outside barefoot in nature. I go outside. I go play 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, an hour if I need to. Sometimes I create my schedule, so I make sure that I'm playing, receiving, and integrating. I'm resting. If I have a lot of meetings for the day, I'll make sure there's 2 hours in between, and I'll go hike. Bring me back into this kind of nourished place, get myself away from whatever I need to get away from, and I'll go play. But we pass integration up. And then a lot of times we're really still striving to create illumination. We're going to show up, we're going to get there because we have to, right? We get into that I have to. And so our illumination comes from an I have to place instead of this genuine place of I get to. I get to go collaborate with people. I get to get on this call. I get to get with, I get to do this, be in this summit. I have time for all of this. I get to receive my gifts. I get to align with limitless resources and opportunities every day. And all I needed to do was be intentional about prioritizing my own comfort. So, and then integrate it, because let's face it, some of us have been playing the I have to for a long time. And we have to give ourselves space and grace and integration, a rest, a receive, practice receiving, practice allowing things to be done for you. Maybe not in the time that you aligned with, but practice being open to just receive what wants to come to you when it wants to come to you. It's a miracle. It's really just, can you just practice receiving miracles and seek value in everything that is around you? That's that positive. Notice, always notice what's showing up for you. Be curious. I said that already. Optimize your inner chi, right? Your wellness by moving, moving emotions out of you by just movement, dancing, playing, play. I'm going to leave integration right there. Go play. Sometimes you'll see me post that. I'm going to play. Just simply returning to the full embodiment of my 8-year-old child. And I've never had more fun in my life. And that's my illumination. That is my illumination. That is my freedom. And I believe that it blooms from a surrendered heart freedom, right? From a surrendered place of, here is my intention. I cast my desires. I rest to receive, or I play. I know that the miracle's moving towards me. I'm already intentional about it. And then I illuminate, I share it. We share, learn, and grow together. I share it. I collaborate. I connect. I'm a butterfly, right? I profess that to be that all the time, but I choose to share, and I'm sharing from a really high and sweet vibration. And in that illumination and recognizing my illumination, everything that is desirable automatically moves towards me. I wish I was making this up, right? We don't have to make this up anymore. This is reality. A lot of times I'm coaching on living in the reality of your dreams. It's simply stepping to the other side, saying, this is what I desire. I'm going to go rest and receive. It's going to come to me in the time that exactly in the timing that it's supposed to, because not one single thing that is meant for me will pass me by. I am a miracle, a moving, breathing, walking miracle. And so that illumination piece is probably the funnest for me because it's my freedom. I stay in alignment with my authenticity. I get to be me all the time because magically, the only people that show up in front of me are people that receive me well. I'm not going to go too deep into the boundary aspects. Perhaps during integration time, some of those boundaries can be released. But because I'm so aligned with me, I'm in the flow. The only things that show up in front of me are following my intention, my initial lead. Believe it or not, I've shared a lot of stories in a lot of books of my reality, not the thought process that tells me things are impossible, but the actual realm of possibility. And these are the 3 pillars that I lead by: intention, integration, and illumination. The other thing that comes through for illumination too is, for those of you that like to hear about it, it's a time of remembering. That illumination is a time of remembering that each one of us came here, and oftentimes we will connect and collaborate to remind each other of something. You've heard it before. We truly are the mirror of one another. And I have been delighted since starting my podcast earlier this year that the mirrors that are showing up in front of me are people just like me they're sharing their vulnerabilities and their heart as pure inspiration, as an extension of a hand. Like, yeah, mine wasn't the same, but I kind of know how that feels. And this is what I learned, and this is how I share it. And this is, of course, what you've heard before, the ripple effect, or I call it the wave. And in fact, I don't even say ride the wave. I say be the wave, be the flow. Start simple. Start with the practice of daily connecting to yourself, being intentional. You can ask for whatever you want. Don't feel like you're selfish. If you want to put $1 million on there, ask for $1 million. Because if you don't ask, and I don't use this word often, but it's highly unlikely that you're going to receive it, because you're not going to think that you are. And it's only when you think that you are, it's only when you're playing in that realm of possibility that you do. Integrate, take time to rest, receive, go on that vacation. It's more beneficial for you to share a high and sweet frequency with others in your business, in your brand, in your family, wherever you're feeling like you need a big uplift, an up level of success. If you rest, if you nourish yourself, if you play. And then the illumination really is automatic, right? It's automatic. So that is what I have to gift to you today, and how I flourish in the flow. 3 pillars: intention, integration, illumination. Be curious. Be so curious about how you're spending one day of your life. Not judgmental, not critical, just simply curious. And you'll wake up tomorrow and want to do the same thing. So connect daily, right? Commit to coming home to yourself every day. Show me the way today. What is mine to share? Take time to play. Take time to receive. Allow somebody to open a door for you if that's where it is, right? Receive the smallest things. And then shine, share what you learn as you're learning it. You don't have to have a certification, right? Share who you are as a human. Share all of your humanity, your heart. That's how we're shifting things. That's how we're flourishing, by being in the flow and prioritizing our comfort, right? Thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for serving in this wonderful adventure we call life. I wish you much love, peace, blessings in all areas, in all ways, shapes, and forms. And please know that you can connect with me anytime. Feel free to email me at info@marygooden.com. You could also reach me on Facebook at Mary Sullivan Gooden, Divine Destiny Publishing. Probably if you type in Google Mary Gooden, Gooden, something fun might pop up. So I look forward to connecting with you. And again, sending you high and sweet vibrations. May you take a moment and close your eyes and just flourish. Flourish in the flow that is you. Talk to you soon. Bye.